Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? Our Wi Fi is finally fixed. I was taking a break. Grandma's table was always here. I was always here. Kiddos, kitties, always here. But our Wi Fi wasn't. And I know the kids felt it was like desert. Are we back in the 80s or what? Do we have to watch DVDs? I guess those are 90s, but still, like, and yes, we did watch DVDs. I was glad we had them. Oh man. But it's so funny because something that's so simple that you think you just always have takes so much arranging to figure out, right? Like arrange with the tech, arrange with this, arrange with that, arrange with the landlord to open the door so that the box can be seen. There's all these things to do for something that's supposed to just fly through the room. And it just reminded me that, yes, we cannot just assume life is going to happen. We must take those steps of faith. We must take those moments of, I got this, not because I've got it, but I know who's got me. And we have to literally place our feet on the ground. Yesterday at Our Lady's study at church, we literally took moments to stretch out our shoulder, to stretch out our neck, and just to be ready for prayer time, ready for meditation time. Because things don't just happen. They don't just happen. Now, if you're fatalistic, you think things just happen. And yet, when you're a person of faith, sometimes there's theology that's a little wonky, and you say, well, everything happens for a reason. Well, not necessarily everything happens for a reason. And who cares if it is happening for a reason? The reason could simply be, well, you know what? I didn't have the car in drive, it was in reverse. And so the reason is I was going the wrong way. And that's why I backed into something. Like it doesn't mean that there's some big celestial divine God wanted to remind you never to go backwards in life, just go forward, leave the past behind. That is not what the reason is. God gets blamed for a lot of stuff. And no, by the way, no, I did not have that happen as far as the car goes. Just don't want you to think that that's the case. Although I'm sure there's been times when I've been sleepy enough, I could have gone the wrong way. But I'm just using it as an example. Like sometimes things happen because there's cause and effect just in life, and it has nothing to do with the spiritual realm. And people like to over spiritualize things, but at the same time, the emotional and spiritual life you live, nothing is healed by accident. You can't just walk around town. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this again. You can't just walk around town going, oh, I wish God would heal me. Oh, I wish this. Why won't? Why won't? Why does it never work for me? You got to do the work. You got to put in the time. You got to make the arrangements. We had to have professionals come to the home and look around and see where was the default. And there was a problem in the main box, but there was also, we needed a new modem. We literally had to have hardware replaced. And those things don't just happen. I could have kept turning off, turning on, turning off, turning on. I could have kept going insanely, expecting there to be a different result, paying a bill for something I'm not getting because I'm not going through the process of finding a fix, finding the solution. And I could still be without Wi-Fi today had I not made the arrangements. And when I first started the arrangements, it was a phone call and it was, you need to be here at this time. Well, I'm sorry, my life does not allow me to be here at this time. Is there another appointment? Da, da, da. And we had to make arrangements because there's life to be lived as well. And not every therapist is going to be ready for you at the drop of a hat because they are people too. And they need to have a life and have time with family. And so I'm just saying there's some things that we need to arrange and we need to initiate in our lives. And I don't know what it might be for you. Maybe it's you need to just literally arrange a time to sit down with your feet flat on the floor, taking deep breaths and having a quiet cup of coffee at grandma's table. And maybe, because I found when I wasn't chatting with you, I put it in the mug and I walked around the house and I got ready and I did not sit. I did not sit because I didn't have you to talk to. And the cat was agitated. Like, last night she came on and she's like, okay, enough. She literally put her paws on me. Like, you're not going anywhere. Just stop. Stop. And I was like, yeah. The people around me notice when I haven't had those moments of care for myself. And they're really, really important. And you are important. And if you want to be self-sacrificial about it, then fine. You can't take care of others until you take care of yourself. But guess what? You're important too. Period. Took me till I'm 43, folks. 43 to figure out that I don't need an excuse to take care of myself. I could super spiritualize it and say, well, God made me a steward of this body, therefore I must take care of it because I love my God and have a good relationship with him. I could say, I could over-socialize it and say, well, I'm a single mother and I need to take care of my body so I can take care of the kids that are down the hall. And I can't take care of my family unless I take care of myself. I could analyze it and say, well, if I don't take care of myself at 43, at 83, I'm going to have that wrong with me. I could do all of those things. I have done all of those things. But bottom line, my friend, you don't need any excuses. You're valuable enough to care for without excuses. So make the plans. Talk to the specialists. Get organized. And get your spirit and your mind and your body and soul cared for. I don't know what kind of technician you need. It might be a doctor, a physical GP that needs to run some tests because you got something going on. It could be a therapist of some sort, psychologist, psychiatrist. It could be any of those. It could just be that you need a friend because you need to talk. Not lay on them the pressure of healing you, but just to talk. But a man that has friends must show himself to be friendly. You must be a friend in order to have a friend. It could just be that you need time alone at grandma's table, drinking coffee, having a break. I don't know, but get on it. Because you're so worth it. Have some fun spending some time dreaming today. Bye.